Charles A. Scholz. For more than 60 years, the late Charles A. Charlie Scholz served as a counselor and advisor that helped business owners achieve their goals.
Law and business work hand in hand to be successful, that he made these businesses more prosperous, creating jobs, creating opportunities for families, making this the kind of growth community that we're so proud of downstate.
Born October 29, 1926 in Murfreesboro, Illinois, Scholz was a graduate of St. Francis Parochial School and Notre Dame High School. He completed naval officer training at Mercer University and the University of South Carolina before completing his Juris Doctorate degree at the Walter F. George School of Law at Mercer University in 1949. He was admitted to practice in 1950 and became associated with his father, Richard F. Scholz, in the private practice of law, building a modern law firm through patience, determination, and energy. He ran the firm like the business it was, using business principles to address day-to-day affairs.
Charlie basically made it clear to me, we're a business and we have to deliver a product to our client. We have a lot of rules and regulations that govern us from the standpoint of ethics and the things of that nature, but we have to be practical and we have to deliver a product cost effectively. He was an open-minded fella, he was progressive, he was big on technology. A lot of people don't realize this, but Charlie believed in keeping the firm technologically current, and his rationale was that makes us more efficient, more cost effective, which in turn benefits our clients. Charlie's philosophy was we grow consistently, slowly, carefully, but meaningfully. And we grew with a purpose of serving our clients and not just to be growing.
Scholz's areas of specialty included formation of corporations, mergers and acquisitions, corporate planning, bond issues, probate law, and estate planning.
My dad was the best lawyer I've ever known. One of the big things that he always emphasized to me was that the best lawyers don't spend all their time in court, because good lawyers know how to keep their clients out of the courthouse. Prevention, do it right the first time, try to foresee what could come up, that contracts are not made to be broken, they're made to bind people together. He had a certain way of dealing with folks, often relying on his humor and his diplomacy. But people would all walk away from the table liking my dad and coming to some mutually beneficial agreement.
And I knew what Charlie would tell me, it would be straightforward, and it would be fair, it would be honest, and it would have business savvy. He wasn't on, I'm the attorney and it's either black or it's white. He had the savvy with it, and if he met with a reasonable attorney on the other side, they usually found a way to a good conclusion. Early on, it was he and I for a long time, and sometimes it almost acted like a partnership, instead of an attorney-client situation. But he was very astute. And a fun guy with it.
Scholz retired from the active practice of law in 2010, but his legacy continues to this day through the firm of Scholz, Luce, Palmer, Siebers, and Dusterhouse LLP, which includes one son, Christopher G. Scholz, and the law firm of Scholz & Scholz LLP, started by his son, Charles W. Scholz, and grandson, Jake Scholz.
Dad was very thoughtful, very thorough, very methodical, and he loved to tackle a business acquisition, a merger, put people together, and one word in a legal description, if it's wrong, can cause a lot of problems. So we would read them over and over again and double check, and that was typical of him in all areas of practice. He was very cautious, very careful.
Scholz served as Adams County Assistant State's Attorney from 1952 to 1956 and Field Assistant Attorney General for the state of Illinois from 1961 to 1969. He was a member of the American Bar Association, Illinois State Bar Association, and Adams County Bar Association, for which he served as president from 1966 to 67. He was admitted to practice before the United States Supreme Court in 1975. He was a member and chairman of the Illinois State Bar Association Committee on Legal Education and Admission to the Bar, and he served as a mentor in the ISBA Mentor Center. He was a member of the American Judicature Society, American Academy of Hospital Attorneys, Commercial Law League of America, and Academy of Political Science. Scholz believed that public service was a noble calling and something that all people should participate in one way or another. To that end, he was active in political campaigns for Democratic candidates for everything from United States President to Quincy Mayor. He was a delegate to the Democratic National Convention in 1988, and he had close personal relationships with Illinois Senators Paul Douglas, Paul Simon, and Dick Durbin. And because he was a trusted advisor, he was asked for assistance with nominations of U.S. attorneys and federal judges as a member of the United States Senate Judicial Nomination Commission from 1993 to 94. This, too, helped his business clients.
All you have to do, typically, you want to get the legislators' attention. And Charlie could always provide an opportunity for me to speak to a particular one. And he created lots of opportunities for us, because I have done quite a bit of legislative activity. And Charlie was able to open certain doors, and he did it quite nicely. And so lots of folks both sides of the aisle have become good friends.
Scholz also was a civic leader and philanthropist in his community. A devout Catholic, he was a life director and founding member of Quincy Notre Dame Foundation, founded to ensure a quality private educational system. He served as president of the board of directors for St. Mary Hospital during a time the hospital underwent an $11.5 million expansion and renovation project. He then served as a member of the board of governors of the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor Foundation, the parent company of St. Mary Hospital, from 1993 to 1999. He also was a member of the Mart Heinen Club of Quincy University and a fourth-degree member of the Knights of Columbus. Scholz served on the board of directors of the Quincy Public Library for almost 25 years, and as its president for half that time. His leadership was keenest when the library had outgrown its location at 4th and Main. Scholz spearheaded a 6-year planning process for a new facility at 6th and Jersey and organized a fundraising campaign that raised more than $1 million for the project.
He taught us how to be good problem solvers. I think he taught us to when faced with a decision or faced with a problem that needed a solution, I think he taught us how to ask really good questions, how to listen to the way people answered those questions, and then how to devise a solution that was logical and then create a plan to carry it out. I think that's a lesson we saw over and over again in what he did, both as an attorney, but of course maybe more so we saw it more in his community endeavors.
Scholz served as secretary for the board of directors of the Community Foundation, as a member of the board of directors for Land of Lincoln Legal Services Foundation, and as a mentor for Scholars for Quincy from 2000 to 2005.
Good things don't happen in a community just because people talk about them. They happen because somebody decides to take the reins and figure out what the best path is and create a plan for getting there and help carry it out.
Scholz received the Blessed Francis Xavier Award from the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor Hospital System in 1985, the Distinguished Citizen Award from the Mississippi Valley Council of the Boy Scouts of America in 2007, and the Friend of Catholic Education Award from the Quincy Catholic Elementary Schools Foundation in 2009. He married Nancy Wright on June 10, 1950, and the couple had 7 children. Scholz died in November 2011.
History is going to judge if a person is really great, the historians, posterity. But a person who is good, they will be judged by their peers, by their family, by their friends, by their colleagues, sometimes their adversaries. And I can tell you that Charlie was one of those kind of people that his life was a good life, and his life meant something to everyone around him, and Charles Scholz is truly a good man.